Hey everybody, it's Ben. Karen will join us in a minute. Let's see, I have to go this way. And then disarm. And then disarm by smashing pumpkins. Thanks, Kangaroo, for subbing at tier 3. And thanks for the 2 gifted subs, which was about 7 minutes ago from Je suis très mort. Hooray. And thanks to Nate Shadow the Math for subscribing. We have a train. I think somebody else did something too, but I missed it. Whoever else did something, thanks. Yay, Xenoid. Thanks for 400 bits. Thanks, SC Wang, for subscribing at tier 2. Wow, we have a tier 3 and a tier 2 sub. That's pretty good. So typically on Wednesdays, I was doing my games, my best games from each year, and then I missed the last 2 Wednesdays. So this will be my Wednesday. On Friday. Wednesday is now Friday, just like on Futurama. Thanks, A Freak in the Sheets. Hooray. Level 3 complete. Wow. Level 4, I've never seen that. That's what a 4 looks like. And so forth. So today we're going to look at some of my best games from 1991. Although we'll wait for Karen, because I'm sure she'd want to opine. And so forth. Man, my mods are on it. Yeah, before you got here, Kangaroo, we were discussing we should have like a meetup with the mods and me and Karen and such. And maybe even some VIPs. Although I don't know how to arrange anything like that. That's a Karen question. Also, nobody will show up. But, that's to be expected. Well, then we'll have to have it in Germany, I guess. Tomorrow is Vegan Fest in Madison, Wisconsin. Yay. When they ask me at the border why I'm going to Germany, I'll say FeingoldCon. They'll be like, oh, okay. We had a lot of people say that. That's funny because when I played in the Bundesliga, one of my teammates was Matthias Tasing. Although he didn't spell it like teasing, but pretty close. It was Thesing. It's Ben and Karen Con sounds good. Some European vacation spot. Yeah, but who's going to show up? Even me and Karen might not show up. Karen's not a fan of the sun. So typical, like, beach kind of places she doesn't like. Yeah, Kangaroo Con. Now you're talking. Zurich is nice. I've heard of Zurich. Nice seal, Smith. Doesn't anyone think of the Cubs announcers? By the way, Whoa. What just happened? Lexler gave 10 subs. Hooray! Go LX Lur. Lur. Hooray for 10 subs. Thanks for supporting the stream. I forgot what I was saying, but thanks. Yeah, we were at the game. We went to the game on Wednesday, which was crazy. We were down, then we were tied, then we were down, then we were tied, then we were down. And then we hit on a 3-0 pitch. Marcelo Zuna hit a home run to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. Then we got 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th. So that was exciting. Oh yeah, I was gonna say in the first inning, today, like 25 minutes ago, Acuna got his 71st stolen base. Thanks to Brigab for the sub, and thanks Jimbo Matthews for 5 subs. Wow, you guys are really coming through today. You guys must have got paid today on Friday. Yay, 900 subs. We're back in business. Are you a fan of the Georgia Bulldogs? Yeah, I live in Georgia, so yeah. We live in Georgia. Karen's from Alabama, and I'm from Michigan. And typically, those are the 3 best teams. Just Alabama's not having a good year. Ohio State seems overrated. I don't think they're number 4 strength-wise. I think these teams out west are pretty good. Oregon's pretty good, and USC. Those teams are pretty good. AFL Grand Final starts today. Lions versus Collingwood. I'll guess the Lions. Always bet on the Lions. Yeah, Michigan does have an easy schedule this year until we play Penn State and Ohio State. Then it gets tougher. And Clemson's 2-2. Remember when Clemson was good? That's how old I am. They were like, Clemson's going to be a dynasty like Alabama. Clemson this, Jebediah that, Ezekiel this. And then what happened? How did Clemson go from like good every year to like, eh? Go Hype Train, 83%. We need a couple more subs to get to level 7, which I've never heard of. Let's see what the Braves. It was 1-0 after 1 inning when I stopped looking because I had to stream. Still 1-0. I've missed nothing. It's hard to play when the games are meaningless. The Braves have a couple of records they can break. They can add on to like most home runs in the first inning ever, and stolen base record. He needs a couple more stolen bases to break somebody's record. I don't know. So there, and then there's the RBI record. He got an RBI in the first inning. Olsen did. Yeah, Wednesday's the game Archer and I saw. That was really exciting. It looked like we were going to lose most of the game. But then to win in the bottom of the 10th by scoring 2 runs is good. And, him getting his stolen base and stuff. So that was a good game to go to. The temperature was great. It was 70 the whole game. So not too hot, not too cold. Popcorn wasn't very good. Pretzel wasn't very good either. The truth hurts. The fries were good. Yeah, we had good fries. Yeah, the fries were exceptional. Yeah, the Cubs could have won some of those games. No, the hype train's dying at level 6, which is amazing. Level 6, wow. Thanks for the support, guys. I don't have a lot of games from 91 that I won. I only have 6 here, and one of them is just a position. So this might be a shorter stream than usual. But thanks for the support. We play at the second highest elevation. The Braves? What? Doesn't sound right, but what do I know? Second behind Coors. Well, obviously in, Denver. How is their new stadium? Man, it's been new for 5 years. Yeah, it's nice. I've never been to Turner Field, but obviously Truist Park is nicer. It's nice surrounding it too, Battery and stuff. Yeah. Nice stadium. We almost always sit in section like 320 to 340, which is third level and it's like behind home plate. Those tickets are usually relatively cheap when I get them on SeatGeek. And then, I want to be behind home plate and, see the action. So that was good. Turner, okay, getting there was not. Yeah, I can see that. Never mind, we're in 91, 1999. I'm getting confused now. I don't understand the chat anymore. Probably because I'm an old man. What does it feel like to be Ben Feingold? Ugh, that's what it feels like. Ugh. My short videos on the Slav. Those were years ago. Yeah, those were pretty good. You like the A6 variation. Yeah, it's called like Chelabinsk or something. That's what we call it, the A6 variation. $2 tickets. Yeah, but with the fees they charge you, it's $1,000. It actually costs more to park than the 2 tickets I got for me and Archer. The parking was more. Truth hurts. Yeah, I know the game you're talking about. I could show you that game while we wait. Let's see if I remember it. That game was played, I think, 13 years ago. Let's see how I do. Probably not good. That's all right. I'm trying to remember a game I played 13 years ago.
How many games did I miss?
None. I was just talking to them.
Oh,
I'm trying to show a game now that I played a long time ago.
But okay, it's not from 1991 then.
No. Somebody just mentioned this game in the chat, and I was like trying to remember it.
Hey, there's stuff going on in the poker world. How's everybody doing? Hey, Kangaroo. Hey, je suis très mort.
Yeah, that was the game. Yeah, I remembered it. This is a game I played in 2010 or 2009. I don't remember. And then he resigned here because I'm going to play Rook A2 and win his queen.
Let me plug my phone in.
He was higher rated than me too.
Hey, did you see the tweet from Garrett? It's the anniversary
Oh, yeah.
today. Did you see his tweet
Yeah.
about cheaters? You saw it?
I don't know. We say his tweet. I saw a tweet he did today. I don't know which one.
He basically, well, I'm going to have to read it now. Let's see.
He said, let's see.
A year ago exactly, I was almost certainly...
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Well, I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
Chat. I was almost certainly cheated in a compromised poker stream. This is Garrett, is it Adelstein or Stein? I've been fake threatened with lawsuits endlessly. She was on a space, Robbie J. Blue was on a space the other night saying she had 2 or 3 more days, I guess, to the year anniversary to decide whether to sue him. So that's what he's alluding to. Anyway, he's been faked with lawsuits endlessly ever since in a weak attempt to silence me. These cheaters fucked with the wrong guy. This will not go away for them, I assure you. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it sounds like he's insane.
That sounds crazy, but I'm Team Garrett. See, he's about to get back on Unibet's stream, and that's probably trying to get him to cause some
So
controversy.
here's what we were talking about when the stream started, that we, like, I don't know who a lot of my mods are, so we should have like a, well, they called it a Feingold Con, but I would call it a It's Ben and Karen Con.
Yeah.
You know, have like a meetup of the mods and maybe VIPs some weekend somewhere.
Yeah.
We could stream it too.
Yeah, that would be fun.
But you'd have to organize it because I don't know. And then we had Kangaroo lives in Germany. He suggested Zurich.
Haven't seen Kangaroo in a while.
And then Tensor Extension, he's here.
Yeah, so
Tensor Extension said he lives not too far from Trying to Learn. So maybe we could do it and like visit your brother or something.
that's true. Oh yeah, that would have at least two in one spot. Yeah,
Then we could make your brother a mod, and then that way we get more people at the thing.
So I've got to look one more time at the Garrett tweet because I think
Do it in Atlanta, says C.L. Smith.
Robbie J. Lou replied and said, "Happy anniversary."
That is funny.
Let me see what everybody said. Well, I mean, there's no proof. You got to move on.
I've never tried them, but no, they nothing works. You just got to play better. Say no to drugs. Memory and focus supplements are just garbage people buy because they want false hope. So if you want false hope, you might want it. So then you should get that.
Wait, I wasn't listening. Get what?
Yeah, he wants to know if memory focus supplements work and are good for your chest.
Yeah, I'm scared to take stuff like that. I don't know.
We had a lot of subs and stuff. People were gifting subs, and we got to level 6 in the hype train. People give 10 subs and 5 subs and 2 subs and tier 3 and tier 2. It was exciting.
I know that they can invent brain drugs. I'm just saying, and obviously, it's funny to say I'm scared to take those because I've done all sorts of other kind of drugs when I was younger that I shouldn't have done, and don't recommend to anybody out there. But those memory supplements, I don't know how much testing has been done.
Is ibuprofen Advil?
Yes.
Yeah, I get a COVID vaccine on Monday. Go me. Although the last time I went to get a COVID vaccine, they said we're out, even though I had an appointment. They could have contacted me and said, "Don't come to your appointment. We're out." But I got a flu vaccine, so I mean, something was done. Now I'm going to everywhere I looked, like Kroger and Publix said they don't have any COVID vaccines, but CVS, another CVS said they have them, and then
We should do a poll
probably they don't.
about who's had the latest booster.
It's hard to get the latest booster because they're out.
I know. But latest booster versus not just, it's just a yes or no. If you've had the latest. I wonder.
Now people are going to get banned. No.
People are going to get banned?
Yeah, because now people are talking about the vaccine doesn't work and you shouldn't get it, and then Kangaroo bans them.
Aw, I wouldn't ban them, but
Yeah, what's his name kept saying he doesn't get vaccinated because he doesn't.
Thank you.
He can't remember to do
Kangaroo.
it. He doesn't have a driver's license either.
Just
What's his
scare
name?
tactic.
He used to come here. You got a haircut from his wife.
Oh, Robin.
What's his name?
I'll touch her.
Oh yeah, James Alltoucher. Yeah, he didn't get any vaccinations because he's too lazy.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And then he got
anti-vax.
COVID a lot. So
It wasn't because he was anti-vax or
Yeah.
anything. He is a very busy
I understood
man.
the lazy part.
He's super busy, is what it is. And he kept procrastinating, and then all of a sudden they got it. So that's what I'm saying. It's just we
Here
throw more.
comes the booster.
I'm not getting the latest one. I'm, you know, I'm going through my Republican phase. Not really, though. I better say it's a joke, or they won't.
I tried to get vaccinated, but they said go away. Anyway, here's my game
But I'm not getting it.
from 91.
That part was real.
Aw. You've already gotten COVID.
It was unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, I got the original, and I got a booster.
Yeah, I've had one more shot than you. Then if they give me one on Monday, I'll be 2 ahead of you.
That's what I'm saying, Jason White. I get the flu shot every once in a while, but I don't run out and get it every year. I'm not dying to go get a shot. I'm gonna sit this one out. Maybe down the road I'll get another
Always repeat. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fine at the moment.
I wouldn't play Go or Shogi. Also, I don't like that spelling of Shogi.
Point Gala says, I'm tired.
Time to get a booster. Then you'll feel better. Okay, so today, as we did before, except it was 1990, now we're going to do 1991. That explains why somebody was saying 1991. Now I understand. Have you had the latest booster? You didn't click vote. There you go. Now, something. Not a lot of people voted.
That's all right. Let's
Okay, so these games are from 1991. First one is from Hogovens, which now is Tata Steel, but it's still Vikonsee because Vikonsee is the name of the city. It's a seaside resort on the North Sea. That's what the Anzee means, Vikonsee, on the sea. Yeah. Okay, so this was round one, and this was probably my best game of the tournament. And then after the game, when the tournament was going on, my opponent came back to me a few rounds later and said something funny. So, okay, I have white. I'm playing Alfonso Romero Holmes, who's a grandmaster. I think he still plays chess. Although I think he's older than me, if that's possible. So he played a King's Indian, which was the style at the time. And I used to play the H3 line, although I didn't have good results with it. But I did like facing the lines where they play the Benoni was C5, which about half my opponents did, including this guy. So now we've transposed into a Benoni where I've played an early H3, which is what I always play to stop bishop G4. In this position, I've had CD and ED. I've played them both. And typically, when I would get to this position, I would play E takes D5. And if they played an earlier E6 in here, then I would take with the C pawn because I haven't played E4 yet. So then I can't. But I can play either way. Back then I was always playing this if I had the chance. And typically, people would play rook E8 check, then you play bishop E3, although you can play king F1, but I played bishop E3. But my opponent played a move I've never faced before or since. He played knight FD7, because this unleashes the latent potential of the bishop, which if you had more than an 8th grade education, you would understand that's different from actualized potential. Anyway, if he plays the other knight to D7, which is probably more standard, then if he plays knight E5 and I take it, he has to take with a pawn, giving me a passed D pawn. And this way, if he plays knight E5, he can take with the bishop. And he's, could play F5 at some point too. But I've never faced this move before or since, knight F to D7. I wonder what the engine thinks about this game. I think the engine thinks I played well this game, but not until the very end. Okay, I castled, which was the style at the time. He played knight E5 as expected. And now he didn't take with the bishop, although the engine says I'm better whichever way he takes. He took with the pawn, so I guess the only benefit now of playing this knight instead of this knight is you can play f5 quicker because you don't have a knight there. But the engine likes white. And here I played the best move. Let's see if Karen can get it. It's not a tactical move, it's just a normal move.
Okay.
But it's the best move.
Let's see.
There's a whole podcast about H3. It's called the H3 podcast.
The best move. No, that seems weak. I don't know. 6 and it could go there.
If you let them use you as a rat lab, don't be surprised if they put you in a cage. Say no to vaccines. Man, that guy's going to get in trouble. Although it was funny what he wrote, except for the space after it uses the letter U for the word you.
Yeah, I don't know what the best move is.
Not sure if he's trying to pretend he's a little kid.
I was looking at either knight e4 or
Uh-huh.
queen f3, but I don't know.
Okay, so black wants to play f5 and e4 and get a nice pawn structure. So it's better to thwart that when you have a lead in development, because his development's not good. So I played the move f4.
I was looking at that, but it just seems so weakening for the king, that diagonal, although the pawn is blocked.
The engine likes f4. This game was played when I was good.
But it's not weakening?
It weakens some dark squares, but I have a dark squared bishop, and I have a lead in development, so it's hard for him to take advantage of anything. Yeah, my king is pretty safe on h1. Okay, so I want to play f5 if possible. So he played f5, so I can't play f5. Now I only have one move. If you don't play this move strategically, you're playing wrong. I'm not worse if I don't play. If I play the right move, I have a big advantage. If I don't, then it's like equal. There's only one move for white. Is queen d3 bad? Yeah, you shouldn't take your own bishop. So, yeah, yes. How lumpy or smooth do you like your soup? I just like soup. I don't care if it's lumpy or smooth. Either one's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I would just take the pawn.
Right, you have to take the pawn, otherwise they play e4,
Yeah.
and they have a good position.
Yeah, and you have to retreat.
Okay, and he took back, because if he doesn't take back, then kidding. Okay, I played the best move again. Bishop h6, developing my bishop, threatening his rook. Played rook d2. Once again, I played the best move. I think it's the most obvious move. So we'll see if you agree. What's the most obvious move for white? It is to me. But it's by far the best move according to the engine. Alpha Forever asks, what's your favorite gemstone to Karen? That's something her husband should know, but he doesn't know.
My favorite gemstone?
I mean, if she doesn't know, how am I supposed to know?
I don't really,
Yeah, see?
I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm not against gemstones. I guess I like emeralds and diamonds. They're pretty, but I don't really.
I'll buy you diamonds and emeralds.
Yeah, I don't know.
You mean gemstone? You don't know what move?
What move?
Oh.
That's not obvious to me.
Well, I'll just make a move.
Make a move.
Why does Karen have beef with gemstones? Seems kind of weird. No, she said she likes, a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's not something you know or don't know. You just suggest a move.
Well,
It's not like there's a great move.
well,
Just what move would you make?
I think it's everything I want to do is, all right, well, then I would go rook f3.
Okay, and why would you do that? What's your reasoning?
I was going to try to maybe double up.
On the bubble up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did do that. I didn't do it now, but I think I did double up later.
Later.
Okay, I played queen d2, so I have a battery, and I get my queen off the back row so my rook can come over. So I could play rook f3 and double up.
Yeah.
I think I did. I don't remember. The game was too long ago. This game was played in 1991, so I don't know. Okay. He played bishop d7. That seems very poor. Yeah, now the engine says rook f3 is the best move, but I didn't play it. So you had good intuition.
Yeah. What did you play?
I played bishop g5 attacking his queen, which is fine. It says my move was very good. He played queen b6. I played rook ae1, getting my rook to a good square. He played knight a6. Now, I like the way the engine suggests rook takes here, sack the exchange for nothing.
Yeah.
I played the best move. The engine will change its mind and say this is second best at some point.
What is the reason?
Always sack the exchange, I guess. There's no reason it just sacks the exchange and then just keeps plays bishop e2, bishop f3. It doesn't do anything. It's a silly move. I played the move that is now number one, king h1. As I explained earlier to the audience, king should be on h1 because, you were scaring me with your diagonal here.
Mm-hmm. I told you it was weak.
Okay, he played queen d6.
I've been right twice,
Mm-hmm.
and tried to dismiss me the first time, and I pressed.
Now I played rook e3. I can double on either the f file or the e file, depending on my, what he does. He played bishop d4, so I doubled up on the f file. It's funny. I played rook here, rook here, rook here.
Yeah,
so
I like
my rooks are in different squares.
So you did double it.
Okay, he played knight c7. Okay, now what did I do? Although the engine doesn't like it. Okay, now the engine says it's the second best move. It went from off the board to second best. I wonder if I let it sit for an hour if it'll be the best move. Ooh, now it's almost tied for first. Yay, I'm the best. What's a super aggressive move for white?
Super aggressive.
Puzzled pawn is banned, but that's because he didn't give $19.91. It's the only reason he's banned. Shaquille O'Stan subscribed. Thanks, Stan.
I'm not sure.
See, I'm in attacking position, and then his pieces are all on the queen side.
Yeah.
So I want to bust open the king side.
Right. Well, it was obviously the f5 pawn is
So,
right. But then I started giving away pieces in my mind, and then all of a sudden I had no pieces.
yeah, so don't do that.
Well, g4.
G4.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I played.
But
That's the best move.
oh.
Yeah, the engine says I'm
I
plus
would-
3 now.
Wasn't looking at that until.
Okay, so he took because it's a free pawn. It's not defended. Then I infiltrated, also the best move. Rook f7. So now I'm all over his king. It says I'm plus 3 here. It wants him to sack his bishop with queen g3. Then I take the bishop and I'm up a bishop. But he played bishop f5, which, blocks my defense of the rooks here. And then I played bishop takes f5. So if he plays king takes, which he did not do, then I get 1991. Yay! Thanks, Puzzle Pawn, for 1991. It says this is the easiest win. Bishop here, king g7, knight e4. Attacking his queen. His queen can't go here because bishop f6 check wins his queen. Although it says this is the best move. Man, that's tough. Harsh. Queen f8's the second best move? Hanging his queen immediately? Also to bishop h6? Damn. Harsh. Okay, so his position's bad. Anyway, he didn't do that. He played g takes f. I always retreated. I played the best move here, bishop f4. Notice the skewer. Okay, so he played bishop e5. I took, he took, I took, and you can see his king's not too good. I got a lot of guys over there.
Yeah.
Okay, he played, it says I'm +6 here. He played rook f8. I played knight e4. He played queen g6 and his flag fell. I moved 27. He had to get to move 40.
Oh.
And I used an hour and a half out of 2 hours. Yeah, it says every move wins. I mean, I was going to play rook g5, but it says, like, this wins even more. It says I'm +10. Okay, so I won. I played very well. When this tournament ended, it was an 11-round tournament. It was 12 players, and it was a round robin. Therefore, it was 11 rounds. I got 5.5 out of 11, 50%. My opponent got 8 out of 11, and he lost the first game to me, so he got 8 out of his next 10. And the players are all about the same rating. It's a strong tournament. Anyway, at some point in the middle of the tournament, I had like 50%, and he was in first. And he goes up to me, and he says, "Ben, I thought you were a good player." So when I beat him in the first round, he thought I was good. Then as the tournament went on, he was winning all his games, and I was floundering. And he's like, "Yeah, I thought you were good at when you played me." So I guess I wasn't. Truth hurts.
And people say the King's Indian is bad, says C.L. Smith.
Man, I used to be good. I used to play like this, like double rooks, like you did, and G4 and rook F7, and now I play A3 and B3 and H3 and.
See, my ideas weren't bad about the game.
It says knight F6 check is made in 17. Wow. I still don't know how to do a thing where you do an analysis of the game.
What do you mean, the reports?
Yeah, I can't do it right. In our business, it's easy to do. You just do it, and I can't do it. When I'm in the classroom, I don't know how to do a report. And I saved the game. It's here, but I still don't know how to do a report. Yeah, I think this game would be very high. I want to see what it is because, let's see. Analysis is here. Games are here. Yeah. I want to do a report in the classroom.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see.
I've looked on everything. Nothing works. And then trying to learn that if you save the game, you can do it. The game's saved, but I still don't know how to do it. Nobody in the chat is very helpful. They've never used the classroom, so they're like, "What? It's a classroom."
Mm-hmm.
No. Save games. Yeah, I already did that. Let's see. I'll post a game review in Discord later. What?
Yeah, what about back on that analysis tab? And you looked at all the clickable things?
Yeah, nothing to click. There's this, but that doesn't. So that's the settings for the engine.
Right, and then up top there are just the 3 tabs.
Mm-hmm. And I click this, and that's even
What
worse.
about all these icons down here?
That's to make the game go, like
Yeah.
backward and forward. That's to download the game. This is to add games. Set up position. Maybe if I download the game and then, let's see, how's that going to help? Yeah, that just made it put it, that did the opposite of what I wanted to do.
What did it? What did
It's like in ChessBase now. I can open it in ChessBase.
Oh. Well, there's no reason if you want to look at an analysis. I mean, you've got
Yeah, I should be able to open an
in
like
ChessBase and we can.
no, but I'm trying to do get a
The
score.
report.
Yeah.
Oh, but those are meaningless anyway.
Yeah, but I wanted to say 99. Let's see. Well, this is killing time, so this is good. Okay, play. Changes may not be saved. They're probably going to be saved. Okay, then games archive. Watch daily games. No, I want the games that I saved. Let's see. Focus mode. Flipboard.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna see if anybody else replied on the. Oh, I'm getting some karaoke rumblings.
Classroom analysis board. I don't want that. Can't you import the game, then run it from there? Saved games are in the library. Yeah, I know. How do I access the library? And how do I do it? Like, you guys are saying things I know, but I don't know how to do them. No, I don't think I can do a game review in the classroom. I left the classroom. Analysis, and I went to the classroom. Nice. Went to analysis, opened the game. I went to analysis. Then if I load it from the library, like that's just, I'm in the classroom. I'm not in the analysis mode. When I click on analysis, it goes to the classroom, which doesn't make any sense. Here, see this where it says classroom?
I mean, I already gave up in
But
my
see where it says
heart.
classroom?
Yeah.
This says analysis. And when I
Okay.
click that, it goes to the classroom. Now we're in the classroom. Why am I in the classroom?
So the only place that you know to do a report from is from the played
Mouse
games.
over learn, click analysis. Right, but what you're doing, CL Smith, I've done that. That's why the games are there now. They're telling me how to load a game in, but that's just in the classroom.
Just in the classroom.
I guess it looks like
Can
the
you
classroom.
go to like where the archive of games that you play, and can you override one of those PGNs by copying it in? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Go to live chess.
Oh, okay, I did it. This isn't the classroom. It just looks like the classroom. Okay, I did it, but I thought I was in the classroom, so I gave up. This looks exactly like the classroom, but it's not the classroom. So it's it's tricked me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I mean, I gave up when I got to the classroom, but it's not the classroom. Anyway, the only thing that matters is if I played 95 or above.
Just click the review tab? Was that what you had to do?
No.
What did you do?
I had to click a lot of things. I'll show you. Yay, I played 96.9. That's my birthday. And he played 85.4. I just got a text from Komsky. He says, you cheated if you played 96.9. Damn. Harsh. How did I cheat in 1991? What did I do? Bishop takes f5 double. It says my estimated rating is 2950.
Mm-hmm.
That's good estimated rating.
I see it.
He's 2400. Yeah, I knew I played well that game. Okay, back to the classroom. So I was tricked because watch this. Here, watch what I'm saying, so you can see why I was tricked. This is the classroom. Okay, this is the classroom,
Yeah.
and then if I click new room, then this is the page. Okay, this is exactly the same page as when I click analysis, and I click analysis. That's the same.
Yeah, it does look the same.
Okay, and when I click on the classroom and push new room and load from library, I can actually do that from that other page too. Add 6 games. Okay, so we're back.
All right, well, good.
I added 6 games and they're not there because Classroom never works. Why is Classroom always broken?
So they're all gone now?
No, it just doesn't work. I have to refresh or something. I have a lot of problems with Classroom.
One had an eval bar. Okay, well, that's a good visual to remember for next time, Bonarici.
Page unresponsive. You can wait for it to respond or exit the page. Yeah, exit page. Yeah, the chess.com just stopped working. I did 6 games and it only did 1.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust these screens. You had this the other day where you had to re-enter the games.
No, I saved the games.
Okay.
I didn't save them correctly last time. Now I know how to save them correctly. Go back to another classroom. Classroom, when I'm giving lessons, doesn't work a lot. It stops working and I have to refresh. Load from library, 1991. Add games. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're back to the classroom. All right. Okay, this is a game I played with Eric Knoppert, who's Dutch because his name's Eric Knoppert. So, yeah. Okay, this game was also played in 91. This was played in Antwerp. Coincidentally, my brother Mark was staying with us in Brussels when I played in Antwerp. Not for the whole tournament, but for some of it. So he actually drove me a couple of times. He had a rented car. And I was like getting a ride from friends because I didn't have a car when I was there. Didn't have a driver's license either. And in this particular game, Mark wanted to go to the zoo at some point. And I said, in Antwerp, and I said, yeah, my game is never going to end. You can go to the zoo and come back in an hour or two. And that was like around this position. And the game ended in like 3 moves. So we didn't have cell phones then because it was 1991. So I waited like an hour and a half for him after my game ended to like drive back home. But he got to go to the zoo. So, he's like, you told me your game would take hours, but I didn't realize I'd win immediately. So, yeah. Did you show this game a week or 2 ago, or am I crazy? You're crazy. I haven't shown this game in a long time, but you could have watched a video where this game was shown. So it could have been like in a video you watched that I made like a year ago. Hey, my brother's here right now. I'm sure he remembers it well. He probably remembers what kind of car he rented too, right?
Probably.
Yeah. You've shown this at St. Louis. I've been in St. Louis in 7 years. See, look, it was an Opel Corsa, his rental car.
Yeah, I knew he was going to know.
And Karen remembers when she rents a car. When's the last time you rented a car? Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Since I've known you, have you rented a car?
I mean, I hate a few times when I've rented a car.
Yeah.
I went somewhere and then I couldn't remember what the car looked like, and I had a hard time finding it.
Yeah, that's where you do the thing and
Yeah,
open beeps. Yeah,
it was tough.
Chicken Pants subscribed.
Yay, chicken pants.
Did you go to the zoo, Mark? That's my recollection, but I could have made that up. So that's, it's 1991, so, I assume Mark was visiting because, like, Spencer was born. Mm-hmm. But it could be I'm wrong. It could be he was just visiting.
Yeah.
Because Mark actually lived in England for a few months or a year in, like, 1987-ish. But he left before we got there. So That's correct, C.L. Smith. These things, I probably just showed this months ago, and you just remember it like it was that, so you think it was a couple weeks ago. That is correct. Look, he's talking about the placards and the exhibits.
So what, you showed it 2 weeks ago?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying I showed it like months ago or a year ago, and he remembers it from 2 weeks ago. He probably just looked at it like in some old video. Even though I might have shown it 2 weeks ago. How could I show it 2 weeks ago? I show games from 1990. This is 91. And otherwise, I haven't done anything. Years ago. Man, Bonarici says I showed this years ago.
Darn, I think a dog's outside.
Yeah. Dogs can be
I
outside.
might have left him. I don't remember. I mean, not all this time.
You showed this minutes ago. You didn't show it recently. You're all banned. Until we have the meetup. Then when we have the meetup, then you're not banned anymore because I need people to show up.
Let me tell him to let the dogs in.
Yeah, that was Dmitry Gurevich. He was complaining about the King of Belgium.
All right. Hopefully he'll see that.
Okay, so we have this complicated position. Let me do the lines here, because see how we played. Okay, this says I'm +1. Then he should play Queen G7. But he played Rook B7, because I'm attacking his pawn, so he defended it. So that seems very reasonable. Okay, then I played the best move. So you're white.
Okay.
There's actually a tie for the best move. So now you have 2 chances to get it right. Mm-hmm. Okay, now my move is better. Now that this stockfish is thinking more deeply.
Let's see.
I can't tell if Puzzle Pawn is kidding or not, because he said Bishop F1. Oh, he is kidding, because he said F3 before. So. Next, he'll say King B1, and so on.
The best move. What about Queen D5?
Correct. Good job.
Yeah. Well, simple battery.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I want to play Queen here and then mate. Mm-hmm. See, check and then mate. Okay. So he played Rook G7, which is a bad move. The engine doesn't like that. Notice how he stopped Queen G8 check.
Yeah.
So my opponent's on the ball. I wanted to take this, and he played Rook here. Then I wanted to play this, and he played Rook here. So he's, Okay, now my next move is the second best move. The best move is to take this pawn, it says.
Yeah, I would think.
Okay, but I played the second best move. I played Rook D8. I'm coming to get him. Okay, he played Queen C1 check, which is a blunder. He needs his queen on this diagonal for defense. It actually wants him to play like Rook E7, which allows me to check him here, but then he can play King H6, and then his queen can come back here and defend. Okay, so he played Queen C1 check. Bishop F1 and King G2 both win. Which one is better? Actually, one of them doesn't win. One of them is only a clear advantage. The other one wins.
Let me see what happens if you go here.
That's probably the dog.
Take. I'm just trying to see if your king runs up over there, if the queen can
My
get you.
lecture on Monday is going to be on the Jobava London. So the first thing I have to do is find out what the Jobava London is. Then I can lecture on it.
You go there. Oh, then you get that pawn.
Special guest star Jobava.
I think that's better. I think King G2 is better.
That's right.
Because I was just worried he could get me over there on the side, but he can't.
Yeah, you want to keep your battery
Right.
here. Okay. Now my opponent blundered. Okay, so first of all, as you noticed, if he plays H3 check and I take it, he can't play Queen F1 because always play Bishop F1. Okay, he noticed that too, so he thought he'd have a trick. You ready for his trick? Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
Okay, he played knight takes b3. Okay, now that's got nothing to do with the position. That's a random pawn. Okay, now his idea is if I take, which I did not, he plays h3, I play the only legal move. He plays check, I play the only legal move. Plays check, I play the only legal move, and he mates me. So I can't take the knight was his point when he played knight takes b3. Although, I don't know what his next move is. I guess he could play knight d2, and if I take his knight, he could take my bishop. Anyway, now I won the game with a brilliant coup. It was a tour de force.
Tour de force, let's see.
Isn't Joe Baba banned from chess.com? That is true.
Wait, what's the last move? Oh, the knight.
Knight
move.
takes b3.
Okay. Let's see.
Why is Gureyev banned from USCF? Gureyev gets a little handsy. Several women complained about Gureyev and his behavior, saying it was unconscionable.
Oh, I think I see it.
Before he was banned from the USCF, he was banned from the National Open.
Is it Rook H8?
That's correct.
Yeah, I can see
What's
it.
funny is Mark points it out. He expected queen here, threatening mate. And here's what's funny about that. The engine says this is forced mate, so that wins. But this wins much quicker. This is like mate and 8.
Yeah.
This is just mate. Yeah, so I played here, and he resigned. And that was like a few moves after Mark. I told Mark the game will never end, and I made it immediately.
Probably my karaoke people are texting me. Let me see.
Didn't you text Archer and tell him, the dogs? Or maybe you didn't.
Yeah, a second.
Let me see how the Braves are doing. I'll let you guys figure out how white wins while I see how the Braves are doing. The Braves are down 4-2. It's fortuitous. We gave up 4 runs in the 4th inning. Oh, that's right. We have joke pitchers pitching today. I forgot about that. But Spencer Strider's pitching tomorrow.
All right, let me see if he...
He's going for his 20th win of the season. No joke.
Yeah, Archer didn't answer me about the dogs, but I don't hear him barking. So they're probably back in.
I can't believe we're behind. Terrible.
No,
Okay.
I missed all this stuff. Know what happened about Gureyev banned?
Puzzled Pawn is asking why Gureyev is banned from the USCF.
Oh.
I think it's only a 1-year ban. Why didn't he play H3 earlier? I didn't show you the whole game. I just showed you the end.
Was it for one person or more than one person?
More than one person. One person complained more than others. He was banned from the National Open before that. He was supposed to go to the National Open last year. He was on the entry list, but he was banned, so he couldn't go. And his children's children.
I forgot that. I hung out with him in Vegas.
Yeah, he wasn't banned from all of Vegas, just from the National Open.
I forgot.
So first he was banned from the National Open. Then a year later, he has a 1-year ban from the USCF.
I mean, I wouldn't have hung out with him, if I thought he did some bad stuff. I'm just saying
Instead of Rook B7.
forgot that he was banned from the National Open.
H3. H3 looks like you're just hanging your pawn. Like I could play queen here and take it.
When I was in Vegas for the World Poker Tour this last December, I was on the phone with
Yeah,
Ben.
queen F1. Yeah.
And he just showed up and invited me to go have drinks with this French couple who was super nice, and I went. It was fun, but I didn't know about all this stuff, or that he was banned. That happened after, but I did already know. I think that National Open wasn't happy with him, but I just didn't remember.
Have
the
we ever run
details.
into somebody who probably lives in Atlanta? I mean, Atlanta has millions of people.
That's what I'm saying, ethereal. I can't track it all. I'm getting older. I just completely forgot.
Oh, you just wanted to mention him. Okay.
Now this other stuff came out. So I don't know. No, I wasn't close at all. Lawful Waffle. He was fine. I mean, he was fine. That doesn't exonerate.
He referred to Karen as my girlfriend.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, it doesn't exonerate or point fingers at him. I'm just saying factually he was fine and a gentleman.
Okay, so check is correct. Then he resigned, but let's pretend he didn't.
Okay.
Now what?
And then it's Queen D8.
Mm-hmm.
And then Queen
Now, if
H4.
Rook G8, then he'd take it with mate.
Right.
And so if King here, then mate. Hooray for Ben. But as Mark pointed out...
Yeah, I know ethereal. That's what I'm
Queen
trying
here
to
was
say.
also
I'm just
mate.
factually pointing out something does not exonerate him at all. Obviously, people that do bad things can be nice sometimes. I don't know him that well. I'm just saying he was on mushrooms. Accidental mushrooms. That's all I know. He was real nice.
You ran into Waka at Atlanta. Did you knock him down?
Yeah, he accidentally ingested some mushrooms. And we were walking after I hung up with Ben, and we were walking to go meet the friends and get a beer. He said, sorry if I seem a little strange or distracted or something, but I accidentally... He thought they were supplements of some kind. He said, I accidentally ingested these mushrooms. I thought they were supplements. And, it was starting to kick in. And so then we went, mistakes were made, Mark says. And then we went and I had a beer, and then they were going to some other bar. The French couple, Inez, she won a poker tournament. She was beautiful, young, like in her 20s, blonde, and her boyfriend is a chess guy, but also now a poker guy, if they're still dating. Picard. Can't remember his full name.
Jean-Luc.
Romain Picard.
Oh.
I am
My
Romain
joke was
Picard.
It's funnier.
From they were super nice. It was fun. And I just hope that
When he told Picard to get to the bar, he said, "Let us go."
I just hope that he mended his ways. That's all I can say. I don't know him that well. Just went and had a beer.
Nobody got my romaine lettuce joke. Darn.
I got it.
I know, but they didn't. Okay, next game is against Peter Sheeran, Edward's younger brother, or older brother.
No, I wouldn't be a character witness. I hardly know him, and my one anecdotal doesn't prove anything other than, he behaved himself one evening of the whole year.
Yeah, but he was on shrooms. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm white. This guy's an IM 2430, sort of like I was at the time. And we got the same opening as my game with Ramiro Holmes. Okay, and Sheeran played rook here, check. And now, like half my opponents played bishop h6 here. He played bishop f5, which I think I faced on the stream, but I've never faced it in a tournament game. Now he's threatening f4, which would win my bishop, so I castle. Knight e4, the point of bishop f5. Knight
This
e2.
seems similar to the last games.
Yeah, it was until he played rook e8 check. Yeah. Okay, now I played knight e2, and this is probably all the theory that I knew from this line at that time. The point is, if he takes this, I have rook b1, and I can win his pawn on b7. So he played knight d7. Okay, I played the engine move, queen c2, defending my pawn, connecting my rooks. He played knight f8. The engine wants to play knight f4. I played knight d2. Also good. Queen h4, putting it in h. And he took with the queen. This is all good. Queen takes is correct. Rook takes is correct. Now he's threatening this pawn, and he's almost threatening this pawn, although I still have that.
Mm-hmm.
So I played knight g3. Is that the engine move? Yes, that's the only good move. Then he took, I played knight f5. So material's still equal, but this pawn's weak, this pawn's weak, this pawn's weak. The engine says I'm slightly better. He played bishop b2, which is a slight error. It says you should play rook c2. Rook b1, rook c2. Now somehow here, I played the best move. I don't even understand the move that I made.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say take that pawn, but I guess it's not the best.
My move's the best move. I don't understand it. Oh, now I understand it. Oh, wow, I was good then. I barely understand the move that I made. Okay, I play bishop g5. Okay, and I guess the reason that's good is I want to play knight e3, and his rook is getting trapped here. And also I want to play bishop e7 and leave my knight on f5. But yeah, I barely understand this move, but it says it's the best move. So, all right. I guess he can't play rook d8 and defend his pawn. Actually, that makes the most sense. If I play knight takes d6, he plays rook d8. And then if I play knight takes b7, he plays rook takes d5.
Then you lose that pawn.
So I stop rook d8. Yeah, I was good in 91. Now old. Okay, knight g6. Now I played the best move again. Rook f d1. Defending my pawn again. Now I am threatening knight e3, because if his rook goes to e2, I have king f1. And his rook has to defend his bishop. Okay, he played bishop g7. I took the pawn. Now material equality has been established. And I'm threatening d6, then f7's weak, my pawn is good, etc. He played bishop f8, that's the engine move. I played h4, which the engine doesn't like as much as a3, but it still likes it. Rook takes a2, it doesn't like that. Rook d3, here I come attacking. Rook g3, h5. It says rook d3 is a mistake, and now he should play h5. And he did play h5. Now it says it's equal. Bishop f6. Rook e8. Now it says I'm slightly better. Rook f3. Ooh, the game's exciting. We're both getting mated. Rook a4. g3 is the best move, defending my h-pawn again and stopping rook f4 and knight f4. a5 is too slow. It still says it's equal. Now I play king g2 because my bishop was pinned. Now my rook is defended. a4 it says is a slight mistake. Rook a7. Rook b8. It says I'm slightly better. Rook e3 is the best move. He doubled up on the bubble up. I played rook e8, and this is in time trouble, so it's very exciting. So he took the bishop. It says this is equal. I played knight h6 check. He played king h7. This is still equal. I played knight f7. And now he made the losing move. Okay, so for Karen in the chat, what's the best move for black? Man, this is move 35, so he was in terrible time trouble.
Best move for black?
What's the best move for black? And it says white is slightly better. Then there's another move black can play where I'm clearly better, then everything else loses. He played one of the losing moves. But he has one move that's clearly better than the others. Rook takes b2, checkmate with bishop and knight. Oh yeah, cool. That's what I was threatening. You guys all see the bishop g5 threat of rook takes b2. Yeah, I must have seen that when I was in 1991. I can't see that now. That makes sense.
Let's see.
I'll go back and show Karen after this position.
Let's see if I go there.
Martique Marty, the reason your move is wrong is it's illegal. That's why you're 2350 or something.
All right, that doesn't even work. Oh,
At this
darn.
point, we had to stop the game because it was too exciting.
I don't know. I was looking at bishop e7.
Bishop here?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it blocks off the
That's the
rook
best move.
from...
Now this is very funny. Okay, if he played the best move, which he didn't, my best move is here. Confusing the audience. And now his best move is rook f3. And then this is equal. And it says this is a draw. Although I'd rather have white here. All right. Okay, he played bishop g7, double question mark. That loses.
I was
So-
just trying to see.
So I play knight g5 check, and he played the only legal move. And then I play rook g8, threatening his bishop. And he can't move his bishop because I play rook h7 mate. So he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. So he played the best move according to the engine. Knight takes h4 check. Now I still have all those same threats. Then he played rook c4, which is also the best move. Wow, it says the best move is f3. Okay, I played a very simple tactic that wins. But this is made in 34, f3.
Yeah.
Stopping rook g4 check. Okay, I played the second best way to win. Let's see if you can find it.
And the last move was
Rook c4. Yeah, he wants to
Okay.
go here and all
And
kinds of
so
rook
you
stuff.
didn't play f3, you played something
Right.
else.
I would never play f3, even in 1991. Now it's mate in 31. How could I have missed it?
Let's see. Check.
I thought you said Anand made illegal moves because he was 5-time champion. Where that came out of nowhere. What? Say no to drugs, random moves. Those weren't supplements you were taking. See if the Braves caught up yet. Still 4-2, bottom of the fifth. Terrible.
I mean, I would just take the bishop g8
Oh, 4-3.
to g7.
That's the third best move. Then he checks me here. Then he keeps checking me.
I thought I could get away by going to f1 and e2.
Yeah, that's actually the line. Then he keeps checking me.
And you just
Here.
kind of run over there.
Right. That's actually the line. It says it's plus 1.77. I played a tactic that wins. It's sort of cute. I played knight f7 check. It doesn't matter where he goes. I make the same move. And then I take this with check. If you had played king g6, I also would take that with check. And then I play knight takes d6 check, and I win his rook.
Okay. Yeah. I was actually looking for that fork, but I couldn't quite find it. I thought that might be part of it.
Then he resigned. That game was too exciting, so we had to stop. Yeah, that was an exciting Benoni. That was much better than it was equal, and then in time trouble, he played bishop g7. Good thing I wasn't playing you. You would have played bishop e7. Even in 1991.
Go out, block that rook off.
Now, in 1991, had you run the Boston Marathon yet?
No.
What year was that?
I think it was in '96 because it was the 100th anniversary of it, which I think was 1996, but I'm not positive.
When Karen ran in the Boston Marathon, I did something similar. I never told her this because she probably wouldn't believe me. But I ran also to get a Boston cream pie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the only marathon I ever ran, but I did run 2 half marathons.
I ran faster than Karen did. Yeah, because that Boston cream pie, people were going to buy it.
Thank you, Lawful Waffle. I've been getting some moves. This evening.
Boston cream donuts.
You were almost born. Almost.
You know who else was born in 91 was, what's his name? C.L. Smith. I think he was born in 91.
I thought you were talking about your son.
Yeah, but we already knew that. C.L. Smith. We already mentioned him from the other game.
Look at Lawful Waffle coming with some facts. I did run from King of Prussia, or it could have been Valley Forge, but I think it was King of Prussia.
King of Prussia used to have the World Open.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I never went there for that.
We got dropped off way out in the north of the city, and then we ran into the city.
Oh, C.L. Smith was born in 1990.
Down Center City Line Avenue, or City Line.
I learned something new today. City Line Avenue is where they had the World Open every year. It was at the Adams Mark Hotel, which was torn down, and now it's a Target. Then they stopped having the World Open there when it became a Target. Yeah, that wasn't a great site for the World Open. It just, like, City Line Avenue, it's not really Philadelphia. It's, like downtown Philly, that's the World Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, City Line Avenue, there's like a Denny's and, it's no good. Mm-hmm. But that's where I played most of my World Opens, was at the City Line Avenue Adams Mark Hotel.
Random Moose says, I'm so old I recall Kasparov being champ.
Man, how old are you? God damn.
What's something we like about each other?
I like when Karen said Rook F3 and then Rook AF1 and then G4.
Ben's funny sometimes. Now I gotta decide if I'm going to karaoke. That wasn't anything I thought I would do, but now I'm getting pressure, and I didn't go last weekend. Karen and Steven are going. And Karen's upset about something that I can't say on the stream. But
I think technically you could take City Line Avenue all the way to DC, but not really, but close.
it sounds like I'm referring to myself in the third person.
We're talking about Karen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my game with Joseph Maria Bassart. This was played in Groningen in 1991, as were most of my games. Okay, I'm black. This guy's 2,200 FIDE. And I played Bishop F5, which I used to play. That's what Mike Saylor always plays against me. He played Knight C3, E6. This is one of the main lines. You can play Knight C6 or C6. I've played Knight C6 on this stream usually, but I played C6 here. That's what I played in tournaments. Bishop F4 is not very good. Queen B6. Queen B3 is a mistake. Okay, black to play and get an advantage. It's a small advantage. But what's the best move? I've never faced the Elephant Gambit in a tournament, no. One time, though, I won a tournament with a very small prize fund. So basically, I was playing for peanuts. But still, I didn't face it.
Yeah, I don't really know unless you're going to take the queen.
It won't be a marvel if you get it. Oh, snap.
Yeah, I don't know.
It won't be a marvel because it'll be DC.
Oh.
Oh, snap. Yeah, DC. This gives white a big center, but black's actually better. So if he takes with the queen, I can take his pawn on B2.
Oh.
So he has to take this, then play E4, and then take on C4. So that looks good for white, but actually black's better here. Yay, go black. I got open A file. I have pressure on E4, and I can start attacking his center and stuff. So I played knight F6, attacking his pawn. He played knight D2, that's best. B5, that's best. Bishop D3 is forced. Because if he doesn't play bishop D3, I'll play B4 attacking his knight. And then he doesn't have enough defense of his pawn on E4. So he has to play bishop D3. I played knight A6 because I want to play knight B4. He played rook C1. Now if I play knight B4, he can slide his bishop down here. The engine wants me to play knight D5, which I'm sure I looked at. But I played rook D8, threatening his pawn here. He played knight E2. Now you don't know which knight's the king knight and which is the queen knight. This is too complicated. Now I made the best move. Go, Ben. It's like sort of a tactic almost. I have one move that gives me the advantage. I've ever played Gregory Kaidanov. Kaidanov and I worked together from 1992 to 1994, and I've played him maybe 7 or 8 times in tournaments. The last time we played, I won. Unless that was in North Carolina, then we drew. I played him in the U.S. Championship about 11 years ago, and I won. That was the only game I ever beat him. Before that, he beat me like a drum, except for the games that we drew, which was most of them. He signed your board. Hooray. Yeah, it was 1991 or 1992 when he won Aeroflot.
I don't know. I was looking at bishop B4.
That's what someone in the chat said.
Let's get rid of one of the defenders.
Then he would probably never play F3 to defend his pawn.
Yeah.
You ready for my move? It's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, I played knight C5. So I'm threatening knight takes bishop, forking everything and winning a piece. If his bishop moves away, I take his pawn on E4 because it's not defended sufficiently. And my bishop defends this, so he can't take with the rook. So he played pawn takes. And I took rook takes bishop. Now I have the 2 bishops, and I have the vatals. Like this pawn's weak.
Mm-hmm.
He played knight G3. The engine prefers F3. Now I played the best move, H5, to play H4. Kick his knight away from the defense. He played H4. I played knight to D7. Attacking his pawn on C5. He played knight B3. And then the engine doesn't like my next move. Although after playing my next move, I won pretty quickly. The engine wants me to play E5 here. Okay, but I always sack the exchange. And the funny thing is, I took this. The engine says I could take that. Mm-hmm. Which is funny. I could sack either exchange to win one of these pawns. Okay, so I did this, which the engine doesn't like. Now it says it's equal. Man, did I win fast. He played the best move here. He played king E2. Not defending either one of his pawns. I played knight takes B3. It says he should play rook C3 here. He played rook C to D1. I consider myself up material here because I have 2 pawns for the exchange. I played bishop C5. I have the 2 bishops also. He played bishop E5, which is a mistake. He should play bishop E3. After bishop E5, I had to play F6, Luckily, it was 1991, so I didn't know any better. The problem is if he plays bishop c3, I play b4. Okay, he played rook d3. I took, he took, and I played king e7. And this is a big advantage for black because I have so many more pawns than him, and I have two bishops against a rook and a knight, and his e-pawn is weak, and my rook can get to one of the open files. And the game ended very suddenly. He played f3, which you should never do. I played bishop d4. His rook is sort of semi-trapped here. It's not very good. He's defending this pawn.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, he played knight f1 to reroute his knight. Now, I made the best move. And nobody in chat's going to get this one. It's not a tactical move. So, what's the best move for black? I mean, Mark will get it, but that's about it. Even Mark might not get it. Yeah. Mark wrote a joke in the chat. So C.L. Smith is correct.
I would just go rook a8.
Rook a8. There's nothing wrong with rook a8. In this position, I decided I wanted to push my pawns. I can't play b4 because he takes it. If I play c5, he takes this.
Mm-hmm.
So I played bishop e8. The engine move to play c5, and his rook gets trapped. And I queen my pawns too. Okay, now he's lost. See, his rook's good except for one thing. He played rook a5, that's correct. b6, rook check, king f6. Rook b7 is okay. I played check. King d2 is a mistake. He should play king e1. Now I played rook d8 Morphy style, getting my last piece into the game. Look how active I used to play. Now in this position, surprisingly, the best move, which he did not play, is knight d5 check. And then my best move is king g6 winning. And the idea is, if I take the knight, he can take this with check and win my bishop. And this is supposedly equal. But king g6 just wins after knight d5 check. He played rook takes b6. And now I won with a small combination, as they say.
Wait, what was the relevance of king g6?
My king's in check.
No, okay, but...
So I have to move my king here instead of take, because if I take, he takes this with check and wins my bishop.
Oh, you're saying move away, not take. Okay.
Right. Yeah, king g6 wins.
I got it.
Then I'm threatening bishop c4.
Oh, okay.
And bishop c4 is good.
I just zoned out for a second.
Okay, so he took. Now I played the only way to win. Go C.L. Smith. Games like this taught me two bishops. What else? Also Dmitry Komarov.
I think the bishop a4.
Bishop a4. Then he plays rook here.
Oh.
This says white's slightly better, but slightly.
Well, go ahead. I'm not sure.
And the third best move is bishop f1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most nonsensical move I've ever seen. That's the third best. Yeah. Okay, I played the best move. It's a move you don't want to play because, you know, it's two bishops. So a lot of the chat suggested bishop c3 because it's double check. So they had to play bishop c3. They had a compulsion. Mm-hmm. It's double check. I also played double check. I played bishop takes knight double check. He can't take with the rook because he's in check by my rook. So he has to take with the king, and then bishop c4, qgd.
Oh, okay. Darn.
The simplest way is the best way.
I mean, you told us the outcome.
Nobody suggested bishop e3 and bishop
should've looked
c4.
harder.
Nobody saw it.
They already told us the rook was getting trapped. I just,
Bishop takes knight is hard to play because it looks so stupid. My bishops are so good.
I looked at that first. Didn't think that.
Then he resigned. And I was declared champion by all, except, the other players in the tournament. Yeah, that was a fun game to play.
Yeah.
All right, now, did you decide to go to karaoke or not, or would you have to have a poll?
I don't know.
Should we have a poll?
No.
They've texted you several times in the last 5 minutes.
No, they only just that one time.
All right, let me see how the Braves are doing.
I guess I'll go. Oh, I'm planning on going.
Hey, we're up 6-5. We scored 4 runs in the 5th inning. Yes. Go us.
Hey, C.L. Smith, I've been playing a little bit of poker. Well, I say a little bit. Twice on Global. And they just gave away. I just got free entry to a tournament there because they do a bunch of giveaways on there, and I won money the first tournament I ever played in on there.
That's how they got her hooked.
But I've only played there twice. I still like ACR better. It's harder to win on ACR.
All right, I have to go to the bathroom, so I think we'll stop.
Okay.
We've gone long enough, and I could raid Hans. He's doing the World Junior.
Yeah, it's called Global Poker. Don't get confused because there might be... There's a WPT Global. That's not it. We're not even allowed to play on that site in the U.S. But yeah, Global, check it out. It's, they don't have as many offerings, but the people aren't as good on there. Man, they just fold to aggression. I mean, not always. I don't want to oversell it. I mean, but I was surprised how many times you just get a little bit aggressive and they just fold.
You decide. We have like 5 people we could raid. I've never seen such a choice.
Let's see. We got Hans. We got Nemo, Canty, Nicer.
We could raid half Hans and half Botez. You can pick. You can pick your
Botez.
side of whose argument you like better. I haven't read Botez in a long time.
Yeah, Botez. Let's do Botez.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Have a great
We have
evening.
to be on the right side of history. Raid.
Concerning...
We'll see you guys tomorrow for Sub Saturday.
See you guys.
Did I do it right? The Botez
I sing
live?
a lot of different things at karaoke. Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow for Sub
Bye.
Saturday.